What's up, Scorpio? Welcome back to Grizzly Tarot. My name is Dan. I'm here to do your love life checkup. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. Happy to have you here. Feel free to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and make sure to hit the little bell notification next to the subscribe button so that way you get notified when I come out with new content. For those of you that are returning, what's up, Soul Fam? How we doing? All right, so anything that you could possibly want to know about this reading, who it pertains to, how to look up your natal chart, what decks I use, personal reading, social media, all that cool stuff, link down below in the description. I already pre-shuffled off camera a bit, so that way I only have to do 3 shuffles on camera for authenticity purposes. And yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. Let's see, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Suns. What we got going on? No, can we stop? Come on, there we go. Alright, I'm going to pull some clarifiers so I can really know what the fuck is going on. Okay, releasing that to the universe. I'm going to put this back because I don't know what it was for. A clarifier, please, Spirit. 4 cups and 7 of cups in the reverse. But which way did it go? Okay. Not in your favor. Got it. Where did you go? I saw you flip over. Did you not? Okay, guess not. So yeah, this can be a lengthy process. I wait for the cards to fly out on their own, and they have to flip over. If they don't flip over, the card was not meant to be read. So, sorry about that. Oh, Jesus, Christmas, and I don't like how that flipped over. Come on. Clarifies 2 of Swords. Gold. Single jumper that reveals itself. Correct orientation. Okay. Passing that up. Got it. Magician. Clarifies Magician. Magician. Themselves. Got it. Reverse, clarify that, please. Woo. Going on. All right. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll take it. There's a lot of fucking cards, but I'll take it. Spirit. So this Ace of Pentacles. Why? Oh, okay, that's confusing. It's even more confusing. Clarifies King of Wands in reverse with the 9 of Cups. Please, Spirit. I don't like how these flipped because they flipped over and then flipped back over. So I'm going to put them back, try it again. I told you, I'm sorry, this is a lengthy process, but, you know, it helps me really understand what the fuck is going on before I start speaking. Clarify this King of Wands in the reverse with the 9 of Cups, please. Alright, I keep hearing it'll come to me as I do the reading, so I'm just going to fucking start. Clarify this outcome. Por favor, Spirit. Jesus. Planning for new, worrying about yourself. I'm not trying to write long. Give me another one with that. Full stop. Yep, worrying about themselves. Okay. Okay. Alright, I think we're pretty good. That I don't need to actually fucking clarify anything else. Okay, so basically what this whole read is about, how you're just kind of letting something be. Alright, whoever you were dealing with, you're no longer waiting on them, you're just kind of letting it do its thing, and like, I don't know if you're necessarily purposely trying to let it die down, but you're not focused on it anymore. So the undertone of the read, which is the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords, which talks about laying something to rest. It also talks about like retreating to meditate and like relax and kind of recuperate a little bit. But here I really feel like it's more so you're just kind of just like letting it be, no longer worrying about it, just being like, you know what, let the universe deal with it, it's not up to me, and blah, 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 like that type of energy, right? So you're kind of just letting it be. Now, in your present position, you have the Emperor in reverse, clarified with the Three of Wands. Whatever it was that you were waiting on, you're just releasing control of it. And when I say that, I mean you're not sitting there waiting on it anymore. You're not sitting there trying to manifest it in. You're not trying to do anything with it. You're kind of just like, all right, yeah, just, you know, whatever. Just releasing control, not trying to control the situation, just letting it be, letting it do its own thing, right? Now, your challenge here, you have the Four of Cups, clarified with the Seven of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Your challenge is to release yourself from the situation because you're already missing the opportunity, or like, when I say that, I mean like, it's like you're purposely not putting in the effort. Like I said, you're letting it be. You're not trying to control it anymore. You're like, I'm not doing anything here. I'm just going to let it be. And your challenge is to really just basically continue doing that. Just let this pass you up and release yourself from it. Right? So I'm sure in the past you might have felt slighted, or maybe not even in the past, just because of this situation, you might have felt hurt, a little bit let down by it. I feel like that's what this Four of Cups is saying. Like, you missed an opportunity and you're a little upset about it. But it's all good. You're on the right path. Because so far, based on everything I'm seeing here, it's like you're doing the right thing already, and you already know which way you're going, and you're already on that path. So in the past, you had the Three of Wands in the reverse, clarified with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Basically, you've decided, I'm not going to wait on this anymore. I'm just going to start pouring back into myself. I'm not going to try and pour into this connection anymore, or pour into this situation. I'm just going to worry about me, my goals, and what I need to do for me, right? Now, your goal here, which is basically right along lines of what I was saying, you're pretty much like, fuck this, I'm done, right? And when I say that, you have the Two of Swords, which Two of Swords can talk about making decisions, and it can talk about like really like weighing up your options, deciding what you want to do. With this deck, this Two of Swords to me is always like, nope, I'm guarded, fuck you, stay away from me, right? Because as you see, very guarded and whatever. With that clarified with the Four of Cups in the reverse, that's my missed opportunity card. So it's like, your goal is to basically block this, like, nope, we're not doing this. I have no problem missing this opportunity. Excuse me. Now what's driving you, you have the Magician clarified with Six of Pentacles in the reverse. The Magician is a card of manifestation. Talks about having all the tools and all the ability and all the knowledge to manifest whatever it is that you could possibly want in life, and being able to use them to manifest whatever it is. Excuse me. With this Six of Pentacles in the reverse, This goes right along with what was in your recent past of no longer pouring in to this situation or this person and being like, no, I'm going to worry about what I need to do for myself. I'm going to worry about my needs and only focus on that. Six of Pentacles, upright, is a card of equal give and take, balance, charity, like giving, receiving, right? In the reverse, it's like, I'm only worried about me. I'm not giving to you. You don't need to give to me. I'm just going to worry about me. That's it, right? So what this is basically saying, like, I'm using my manifestation skills and all the knowledge and all the tools to just grow where I want to grow. I'm passing this opportunity up and growing where I want to grow. All right, and doing what I want to do. Now, with your internal influence, I guess I should go to this first. Now, your near future, and realize this, the near future and your outcome, both of them can change, right? They're based on the energy right now. So if you decide with your free will to go in a different direction, this near future card and this outcome card will change, right? But based on the energy right now, you have the Five of Wands in the reverse, clarify with the Six of Wands. Basically, you're like, I'm not putting up a fight with this anymore, and I'm moving on, okay? Six of Wands is a card of victory. Five of Wands in the reverse is a card of like releasing conflict and no longer having conflict and trying to get out of conflict. So it's like, I'm not fighting for this anymore, or it talks about fighting conflict, right? I'm not fighting for this anymore, and I'm moving on to my victory, right? You see, victorious ass card, right? So it's like, fuck this, I'm not pouring my energy into this. I'm moving on to my own form of victory. Now with your internal influence, you have the King of Swords, clarify with the Fool in the reverse. The King of Swords to me is a very strong, intellectual person, very powerful. He knows his power, he knows his authority. He's like, I do what I want on my terms. He's not emotional. He's very logical and intellectual. So he's like, I'm going about this logically. I'm not going to let my emotions come into play. And I'm going to move forward and conquer my goals the logical route, okay? The smart route. I'm not going to do it an emotional way. Now, clarify with the Fool in the reverse. This is basically like, I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks. I don't need to. I'm going to just do things kind of very strict. And, you know, when you... I pretty much already said it, but like, you know, when you're trying to accomplish something and you let your emotions get into it and you kind of like go in certain directions because your emotions pull you in this direction. The Fool in the reverse is basically saying like, no, you're not even risking that. You're not even allowing your emotions to come in at all. You're not taking any chances. You're just doing what's logical, what makes sense, what's the smart thing to do. And you're following that direction, right? Now, your external influence, which this can be the person you're dealing with, multiple people that you're dealing with, or just the energy around you. For some of you, I feel like this is the person that you were dealing with. For others of you, though, it could just be the energy around you. You have the Eight of Cups clarified with the Page of Wands in the reverse, the Devil in the reverse, the Hierophant, and the Moon in the reverse. Basically, this person is moving on. They're walking away from this. They're like, no, I don't want to rekindle this. I don't want to start over. I'm going to drop the negativity. I'm going to cut the toxic cord. I'm detaching myself and I'm following the status quo. Like it said in the past, like you were waiting on them and then you decided no longer to wait on them because clearly nothing was happening of it. So that's what I mean when I say they're going along with the status quo, where nothing was happening already or wasn't moving. It was very stagnant. So they're like, I'm just going to continue doing that. All right. And with this Moon in the reverse, any like built up emotions or like the card means fears and emotions, but I don't feel like it's fear here. Any like built up like emotions that they had over this, they're releasing it. They're like, I'm done with it. I don't need to rekindle this. I need to cut the cord. Just, you know, go with what's expected, go with the status quo, keep going the route I'm going, and just release the emotions from this. So, like, they're releasing themselves from this situation, okay? Now, with your hope, you have the Ace of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. That was a weird voice crack. Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, clarified with the King of Wands and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Basically, your hope in this situation, you don't want a new opportunity to come forward with this. I feel like you're just like completely done. You're like, I'm over this. I don't need this anymore. I'm done, right? You're not hoping for a new opportunity and you're really just focusing on healing and the future. That's what your hope is, to really just worry about your visions for the future. That's the King of Wands. He's very passionate, fiery, disciplined and very, what's the word? Goal oriented, and like he has like grand visions of the future, right? So he's worried about his future. He's not worried about new opportunity with this. He's just worried about his future. With 10 of swords here in the reverse, you're like, I need to heal from this pain, this hurt, whatever it was, whether it came across as a betrayal or not. You need to let those swords fall out of your back, right? You need to heal. So that's what your hope is here. Your fear here, though, is the King of Wands in the reverse. Clarify with the 9 of Cups. Remember how I was sitting here and I was like trying to clarify, and I was like, keep saying it'll come when I get to that point. Basically, it's like your fear is that you're going to go for short-term gratification. And a short-term gratification might be like one of those, I don't know the situation, so apply it to your situation. So if you were waiting on a person to be serious, like maybe you were hooking up here and there and you were waiting on them to get serious and be like, oh, let's actually do something with this. Now you're like, okay, I'm not waiting on them anymore. Like, I know you're never going to be serious, blah, blah, blah. But your fear here is that you're going to keep going back for like instant gratification type deal. That's actually so funny. So it's like, oh, we could have had a relationship. You want to stay fuck buddies, but I don't. So, I'm not going to wait on this, but you're afraid you're going to keep running back for the sex, right? One of those situations. I don't know if that's the exact situation, but that's something along those lines, all right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do that. If you're trying to move on from this, don't do that. The more you have sex with them, the more the energetic connection gets intertwined, and then you're kind of fucked, and it stays there for a while, and it's like, Yeah, so that's your fear, which, understandable. You want to move on. You don't want to give this another opportunity. Your outcome here, you have Justice in the reverse, which talks about, Justice to me is the karma card. In the reverse, it's like, whatever happened, you're not going to get karma served because of it, right? Like, I view it like, if this person wronged you in any type of way, you're not going to see their karma. That's how I view it. If it was upright, it'd be like, oh, well, the situation will be righted. Like, you're going to get something, consolation for this, whatever. In the reverse, it's like, no, like, you don't get to see their karma, and you might not feel like whatever happened was righted. And it's like, you're still just going to move on from this and keep yourself guarded to it. Because it's clarified with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. I can't speak. So the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is like, I'm no longer putting my energy into this. I'm no longer nurturing this. I'm no longer trying to get this to grow or go anywhere. The 2 of Wands is like, I'm picking a new route. I'm going this way. I'm planning and strategizing on what I need to do and where I'm going to go. And the 2 of Swords is like, I'm still guarded against you. Like, I'm keeping my guard up. I'm keeping to myself, right? Your advice here, 10 of Swords in the reverse. Like I said before, you need to let those swords fall out. Okay, you're at a 10, which is a completion. A completion meaning one cycle is ending, a new cycle is beginning. That's automatic, right? So you've basically gone through the worst of it. You just need to let yourself heal. So you need to let these swords fall out. And I'm showing you this card just because this 10 of Swords doesn't show them like in the back. But you need to let the swords fall out of your back so that way those wounds can start to heal, right? So I'm going to pull some clarifiers. Pull some oracle cards for you. This one. Okay. But basically, this whole read is just about how you're like, you're done. You're like, I'm not pouring my energy into this. I'm not leaving myself open to anymore. I'm just moving on and trying to heal and worry about the future. Basically what I'm getting. Which is good. Like, if somebody's not giving you exactly what you want, and within reason, I should say, then it's not worth waiting on, you know? You should never wait for anybody. Ever. Okay? I'm telling you right now, the more you wait, the worse it's going to get. And if you just realize that you shouldn't wait and you move on, you meet someone better, you're going to realize that you find someone a lot better and a lot better suited for you. Coming from experience. I'll tell you that right now. Oh, angel bounce. Any other ones? Oh, Jesus, stop it. No? Okay, that's a no. Anyway, for this deck, stop it, stop falling. Here, give me oracle card, please, for the Scorpios and whatever's going on in their situation. Really? There we go. Ha. So you got temptation, which is funny to me because your fear is that you're going to go for short-term gratification. That's funny. And patience. All right, so let's do some reading. Y'all get to hear how shitty I am at reading. Anyway, all right. Angel of Balance. 152. Can't count. There you go. Angel of Balance. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light. This loving presence holds a pitcher of liquid light in front of the pyramids, reminding you that a strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. I don't know what that word means, so you guys can look that one up. Let me know down in the comments what it means, because I have no clue. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Remain conscious about how you are balancing your goals and your physical and emotional energy as well. Whenever you feel yourself getting off-center or losing focus, call upon this beautiful angel and bring her intentions into your heart center. Your intuition will lead you in the right direction, and the angel will guide you to a peaceful and centered approach. So, with these oracle cards, I don't always really try and relate it to the read. I just get the messages out there. You let it apply to your life however it applies. Because it may be related to this, it may not be. But these are the cards that need to come out, okay? If I obviously see a connection, like with the temptation card, how I thought it was funny because your fear, yeah, then I say it. But otherwise, I don't bother. It's for you to decide, not I. Patience, 53. Come on. Come on. Where are you? All right. Patience. This card signifies the need for patience, self-control, adjustment, moderation, and balance when dealing with others, as well as yourself. This could be in the areas of how you think and work, and how you handle school, recreation, the people in your life, or the spiritual path that's set before you. As a soul, you have more than one aspect of yourself to draw on for support. It's all about integration and learning to blend and balance both the physical and the spiritual. You're an ethereal being in the physical body enjoying a human experience. Therefore, since you are both, you should honor all of you. If you go through life denying yourself the joy of combining these aspects, you're missing out on so much of what the world has to offer. Why accept a life that's half-lived? The Patience card reminds you to open your heart and mind and allow yourself to listen to other people's ideas, thoughts, and perspectives. Blissful harmony can be achieved when everyone learns to work as one. All benefit. Listening, sharing, and reaching out will help you renew your faith in yourself and humankind. You'll become more aware of the miracles around you, as well as the ones that you have a hand in creating. Next, temptation, which happens to be the very next page, so that works out perfectly. Temptation. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material, physical world and its pleasures. Even though we are all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, it's often replaced with a different supply or substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work, hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. The temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behaviors? Is there negative thinking or behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. So, Scorpio, those are the messages I got for you. That is the reading I have for you. I hope it resonated. Let me know down in the comments if it did. And if it did, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button so that way the video will circulate all through YouTube and more people will see it. Hopefully help some more people out. But like I said, let those swords fall out of your back. Release yourself from the situation. Heal. Give yourself the time to heal and let all that pain come out and get it out in a nice positive way. And I don't mean blowing up on somebody or some shit like that, right? Because that's, a little toxic, but it happens. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you all for the support, and I will catch you in the next video. Deuces.